YouTuber woobers. So this is a little project. I probably should have started earlier. But daughter's computer, younger daughter, she doesn't take care of her stuff. Who does? Technically went in a freak. So this is her laptop. It's a old HP. Um, had Vista on it, so I was offered I'd upgrade it up to the to Windows 10 or at least Windows 7, and had some other issues with it, of course. One of which, when I boot it up, it has a screen, has a big crack in it, and that's another $80 to replace the LCD screen. So I'm not going to do that. But these things come apart like ticker toys. Like I said before, I like taking things apart, putting them back together. I always end up with extra screws, although I won't this time around. But everything comes apart. Keyboard. Actually, the keyboard has a couple of keys not working on it too, and you know the power jack on this particular laptop, the power jack fails easily, and I think it's because they yank on it. But all these covers come off. Like this one here is the hard drive, and this one's memory. This one over here is where the Wi-Fi antenna circuit board is, and of course you know where the battery is. These come out, and the drive, there's always the screw here that takes the screw out. The keyboard is held in by a couple of screws that are in the battery compartment. My laptop, which is also a Hewlett Packard, has 3 screws across here, and they say keyboard on them. So if you have a bad keyboard, you can replace them. Keyboards aren't bad; they're $10 or $15. It's you can get parts for old laptops. I mean, there are a lot of them out there that are broken, and you just get them, and you can. But they know that a screen's $80, so they're not going to sell a laptop for less than 80 because they know you're going to want it for the screen. So, um, it has a 250 gig drive on it, and it's you could use something bigger, 32 bits, not a 64, so it's not wicked fast. But unless you can afford her own laptop, you know, it'll do. So, um, I should have taken the video actually when I had it in pieces because it's really cool. Everything comes apart. The board comes out. You got to take the board out in order to get to the power connector and to replace the power connector. And I really got good at changing this board out on my laptop. I have a 17-inch screen. It has a bigger laptop motherboard on it, and it got hit by lightning. Lightning hit the DSL phone line outside, and then it followed the line down to my DSL modem. It went through the DSL modem and through the laptop and took out the motherboard. I went through 6 motherboards on eBay. Put one in, send it back, put one in, send it back. They say it works. It didn't work. Back. Then around the 5th or 6th one, I found for some reason I got 2 in. One of them wouldn't boot, and the other one would. And actually, one of them would, but then I put the other one in just to see if it would work. And I think it just has a BIOS error on it. But yeah, I mean, you could get all kinds of parts for it. If you got an old laptop and you're happy with it, you can probably find parts to fix it. If you feel squeamish about taking it apart, you probably know somebody who does. And you can look up parts online. The keyboards you usually can find, all the parts. The hard drives are the same hard drives that they've been using forever. So, and it just kind of comes by. You could probably do a YouTube search for how to replace the motherboard on your laptop, and there'll be somebody who's done a video on how to do it, or how to replace the screen, because that's the thing that cracks. It's kind of a pain in the neck to do the screen, but You know, it just fits in between the two layers. You have to separate them out and take it apart. Now you have to take it out. There's hinges on it. You have to take that out. Well, you have to take the bezel apart. So it's actually easier to do on this laptop than mine. I broke the connector on here for the microphone. She's going to have to use a headset, but you're better off using a headset anyway. So, you know, I'm blessed with having it built into this really cool webcam. But you know, if I was actually having a teleconference, I would have my headset on with a microphone. So that's all. I'm just sharing a little bit of what's going on in here, and you know, it's kind of cool. So the only problem is it seems like it overheats. Now on this laptop here, I don't know, the vent for the CPU is right here. Um, I think it blows out on the bottom and it sucks in from over here. So it's either one or the other, in here, out here, whichever way. They have like a heat sink that goes to the CPU, and it has these little fins that get clogged with dust. It's kind of really stupid design. Same thing on my laptop. You have to clean it. You can replace the fan. You get fans. They're like $6, $4. You just take it all apart. You put a fan in it. Put the whole thing back together again. You know, it's cheap. But see, this isn't enough room. I mean, you got these little feet on the bottom of the laptop. They're like, you know, 3/16 inch maybe. You know, if you put this up on bigger feet, like if I get some rubber feet and put this up on some rubber feet, they give it more distance. I bet the laptop would stay cooler. And it seems like when I put my external drive onto the laptop, it's when it overheats because it's drawing more power to run the drive. But other than that, it seems like it's, you know, it's pretty good, you know. But I'm not going to spend a lot. I spent $45 on the software for Windows 7 because Windows 10 is, you know, it's a free upgrade, but you have to be at 7 in order for it to be free. If you're at Vista, which happens to be one of the most horrible operating systems, they should be giving you a free. They should be giving you a banana along with your free upgrade to give you some energy to do your upgrade. If you're at Vista, it's just such a horrible operating system, you know. But at any rate, don't get me on that tangent. Just thought I'd share what's going on. I've been playing with a laptop for a few days, uploading it to the different levels. Actually, I've been doing it Wi-Fi because I've been doing the dining room table and the Wi-Fi direct connection. But that's neither here nor there. Have a happy.